Today, we're going to talk about two paddles from a company called A11, the Zenith C7 and the Zenith C8. Both of these are thermoform paddles. One's elongated and one is standard shape. And these are both awesome paddles. So let's get right into it. We're going to start with the Zenith C8. It's got a Toray T700 3K woven textured surface. It's standard shape, unibody, thermoformed with foam in the edges. It's got a 60mm core and it's 15.75 inches long and 8 inches wide. The handle is 5.25 inches long and the grip circumference is 4.33 inches. And the average weight is about 8 to 8.4 ounces, and the price is $110 after a 15% discount using promo code MatthewK. Okay, this is a great paddle. I play a ton with the Vatic Pro Flash, and this thing is right up there with it. It might even be a little faster in the hands. And what really sets this paddle apart is its shape. It really lets you be fast at the kitchen. Your hands can just whip around. You're a wall up there. You can block, you can hit anything that comes your way. As for touch and feel, this Toray T700 3K woven textured surface is just phenomenal. It is top notch. Like, I'm not sure I've played with another paddle that uses this surface, but it's a dream. It's really, really good. And for me, the Zenith C8 has the perfect amount of pop and plushness for me for the control game that I like. And it's got a giant sweet spot. You're not going to be complaining about mishits with this thing. It's just a lot of fun. And I think you're going to be surprised how much power this thing brings to your serves and your drives. Like the thermoforming, the foam in the edges, it's all doing its job. Like this thing has a good amount of power. You're not going to be disappointed. Finally, my favorite feature of this paddle, which has really like a long list of great features, is its handle. It's advertised as a 4.33 inch circumference grip. And I believe all I did was add one overgrip onto it, and that got me to the 4.5 inch circumference grip that I like, because that's the grip size I need to not squeeze too much. And so that lets me have soft hands, and that's good for the control game. And also squeezing too much, if you have too small of a handle, that's what can cause tennis elbow. And so I really like that this was on the beefier side. But the other thing is, it's got really pronounced notches, and that gives me great feedback to stay in the continental position so my grip doesn't slip. And so like, I just love this handle. And now let's move on to the Zenith C8's big brother, the Zenith C7, which is the elongated version of the paddle. So let's get into it. Here are its specs. So it's got the same Toray T700 3K woven textured surface. It's elongated, but it's also thermoformed unibody with foam in the edges. And it's got the same 16mm core. Its length is 16.5 inches. Its width is 7.38 inches. Its handle is 5.25 inches, and it's got the same 4.33 inch circumference grip. And its average weight is 8 to 8.4 ounces. And it's also $110 after that 15% discount using promo code MatthewK. Just like its little brother, the Zenith C7 is a great thermoform paddle. It's got that same awesome handle, same great surface. Like, this thing has really good touch and feel. Like, this is really solid thermoform paddle. And just like how I like to compare the Zenith C8 to the Vatic Pro Flash, I think the Zenith C7 shares a lot of similarities to the Vatic Pro V7, which is their elongated thermoform paddle. I would say though, the Zenith C7 is a bit softer and leans a little more in the control side of things than the V7. So if you want a thermoform paddle that is a little bit more muted than a lot of the elongated thermoform paddles out right now, the Zenith C7 is a great choice. All right, I'm gonna leave a link in the description for these great thermoform paddles. You might only see one of them, either the C7 or the Zenith C8. What you have to do is click on the thermoform paddle, and then you can change its style to either the elongated version or the standard shape version. And be sure not to mix these up with A11N's carbon fiber paddles, which are different, and I don't think they're thermoformed. I do hope to review them though, because they do look awesome, but just make sure you're clicking on the right one. And if you do decide to get one, don't forget to use promo code MatthewK for that 15% discount, because I will make the paddle only 110 bucks. And I think that's a great price for what you're getting. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll leave some other links and codes for some other cool paddles and paddle companies. Be sure to check those out. Using any of those links and codes does help me and does help the channel, so it's super appreciated. And also, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps me too. But most importantly, I hope you get to pickle soon, and just remember, it's about having fun.